While we're in transformation mode, let's do a quick comparison between the Hades Megatron and this third-party company. Okay everyone, so right now I'm taking the MTR train right now all the way into Wan Chai. Right now we're passing Shimsa Chui Station. I figured this way I pretty much can show you all different modes of transportation here in Hong Kong. You can see basically, I don't want to show anybody because, you know, privacy of course, but let me see if I can show you guys a map. So basically, if you took a look at the top, you're going to look right there on the red line going over to the blue line, and basically from the Kowloon side to the Hong Kong side we cross over, and that's how we get to Wan Chai if you're on Kowloon. So I just arrived at the Wan Chai MTR station right here, and I'm going out the exit. For those of you who are going to be like later coming down the line towards Hong Kong, I'll just let you know the steps you can take to come out to this area where they have like the shops like Hung Hing Toys and Freeway Toys. I'll show you in just a moment which exit you gotta take out. So here I am, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Octopus card here. That's their little card system they use. And you're gonna go to exit A3. And unfortunately right now, it looks like the escalator is broken. So I'm gonna have to take the stairs to get out of this exit. So it's exit A3, go to the top. When you get to the top, you're gonna see basically opposite of the street from where you're walking out, where I'm walking out now. You got this cross area where everyone's going. You can see the trams, and you should be able to see the Pizza Hut and the KFC sign on the top. And that side street right there is the street you want to be, where they have Hung Hing Toys and Freeway Toys. And that's pretty much the go-to area where I go to mostly on the Hong Kong side to get the good deals on toys. Right, so right now I'm at Freeway right outside the door. They're kind of busy, so I didn't want to disturb them too much. So I just picked up here, if we take a look, we picked up the Prime, Transformers Prime. This is the 10th anniversary. It looks like the Megatron, what is it? It's a Megatron Hades Megatron edition right there, guys. So if you guys are looking for this, they have it right now at Freeway. I think they also have it at Hobby Base. A couple places will have it. So if you're interested in getting this, come down to Freeway or come down to Wan Chai. Pretty much that's it. I just picked up the Megatron. That's pretty much what I wanted to get. There was not a lot of other things. I didn't have time because I'm on the lunch break right now. And pretty much you all will see the review coming up soon.
You and your beast would do well to remember, I hone my skills in the pits of chaos.
We are back. Here is the box of the Transformers Prime 10th year anniversary. On the side you can see it says Transformers Prime Hades Megatron. In the box you can see the Decepticon symbol. This in the front of the brown box is kind of like, you could say, a crater, or it could be a mountain with some you could say dark energon lightning. There on the top of the box you got Transformers 10 year anniversary Prime, and on this side there it is, just some more description, nothing else on the back besides the Hong Kong distribution label. Alright, let's go to the unboxing. With just a quick slide of a X-Acto knife, we can go ahead and make a cut on the side. Once you open it up, there you have it, Transformers Prime 10 year anniversary from the flap. Then as we raise it, let's see what we take. Oh, wow, check that out, there it is. You got the Decepticon symbol again, and you've got 10 year anniversary on the top. Again, all over. The artwork design is just very, it's okay for a brown box design if you ask me. And there he is. Check this out. This is what you can call some chrome transformer here. This is a chrome Megatron. That looks very, very menacing. I just like, wow, if he had LEDs inside and he just lit up on the side, that would just be like perfect right there. And I can tell already this is something that everyone will definitely want to keep in their homes on the display. Even in like this box, this casing is okay, just half open like this is actually quite nice. You just put a sheet of acrylic plastic on top, makes it a really nice display piece, especially if you want to hang them on the wall. Let's go ahead and pull this one out. So we're going to pull it out, and you can see he's got his accessory parts right here. Just that chrome is really shiny. That is some shiny stuff. I just want to see really roughly from his eyes side. You can see we have the translucent pink, translucent purple. Got translucent purple, grayish, dark black over here, matte color on the sides. Let's see, any other parts in the back. And there it is pretty much. We'll pull them out in just a moment, but let's go ahead and take a look at what other parts are inside the accessory pack. Alright, so you got your chrome stickers. Actually, it looks like you got a bunch of parts because you apparently are going to be building his Micron. There are the flashy, you could say the flashy stickers right there, if you're going to apply those later on, which I may as well do that as well. The instruction book is also inside, and here it looks like we got the parts right here to build his Hades form, you could say, or also his Micron. So it comes with 3 sets. You got 1, 2, 3, 3 packs right here of plastic sprues that have the parts in to build the additional weaponry and the effects. And let's go ahead and just pull him out real quick. All right, there he is straight out of the box. As you can see, just by looking at it from this distance, he's got quite a shine. I kid you not, okay? Those armored parts right here around the shoulders, around the chest area, and around the head, of course, these chrome parts are extremely, extremely shiny. You can even see part of my reflection on my gray shirt just on the side. Even the camera bounced back right there. Jeez, this is just an incredibly shiny figure. I love that look. The chrome look is just definitely, it's all about making Megatron really shine like he is. However, there are a bit of defects here. If you want to take a look, one of them is the fact that just around the mid joint, where you could say the waist area, these right here around the ball joints, they will become loose. It is a little bit tight right now, but I can see just after using a couple of poses, I found out that after some time, as you can see, the joints will wear down a bit. So you got to be a bit careful how much you do the transformation with him around the joints. As far as his other articulation goes, he does have full rotation around the shoulder, but he does have one swivel here around the mid waist. Okay, you can see that the hands over here on the side, they're actually fixed hands. They're fixed hands, so there is no joint in the and around the leg area. His rotation goes again around the thigh. There is no rotation around the knees, so he can only bend his knee, but he can't actually rotate it. As far as the feet go, they're pretty much, you guys, you can see they're forked feet right here. There is no rotation, so he's got a back hinge. He's got a back part on the back which will keep him steady, so as far as him standing up, you're not going to have any problems about him falling over. You can see his wings right here. That's not metallic, that is actually a flat matte black, just a lighter variation of it. And overall, I mean, the paint scheme does work well. The only thing is, really, I really would have thought that they could have maybe reinforced the joint area to make it a bit more stronger, because I can know after some time it will grow weak. If you were to actually stick an LED in this, I could definitely see this be outstandingly shiny. But in fact, if you look closely, you look at his head, there is a nice sculpture right there.
Lord Megatron, are you all right? Yet again, it is as if I can hear Unicron's thoughts.
You can actually still see his sharp, menacing teeth. However, again, I think they could have maybe done something. At least maybe put the red, could have put some red translucent plastic in the middle to give that offset, because it's actually kind of hard to tell if he's actually activated or not, right? So we'll go ahead and see him when he gets all labeled up with the stickers that comes with this, and we'll show a different, pretty much a variation in just a moment. Come with 3 sets of instructions. As you can see, there are 1 set of instructions for the Decepticon Hades, which pretty much is going to be this little plastic kit right here. It's all translucent purple. And then of course you also are going to have another set of instructions which you see for the Gora 2, and that's primarily going to be this matte color right here. This is going to be his you could say minicon weapon right there that was going to be changing. And obviously you also have his main set of instructions to transform Megatron into his alternate form. Here we have completed is the Gora 2, which is Megatron's side weapon. This right here, as you can see, is actually just a plastic model kit that you had to assemble by yourself. It wasn't actually pre-done. And you can take a look. One thing about this part is that you need to be careful when you do cut off the sides. You will have a lot of nubble and you'll have to sand it down yourself. I do recommend if you do decide to put this all together, you should probably think about adding your own paint over the whole entire mold and adding some finer details. I for sure will do this later, and I probably will show it again later on in another video, but for this purpose today, for this video review of Megatron, we'll just go ahead and leave him as it is. I will go ahead and apply the stickers though, so I might do that. So you all see a difference between when the stickers are applied and not applied. This again is quite simple. He just transforms into his weapon. You got his peg right here, that was his head. Go ahead and just pull that out from the side. And there's the peg. Then these 2 parts move up like this. They actually fold in like so to become kind of like the blaster. And again, there are actually stickers that you'll see in a moment later on that will show that part. And these 2 legs areas right here fold in, and they just pretty much move like this. It's quite simple. Nothing too complicated. Anyone can do it. He's got a nice pink right here, pink or purple, you want to say, translucent part, which is okay for its detailing. I have now fully assembled the Decepticon Hades. Hades you can pretty much consider as, again, another side companion of Megatron, made probably primarily, you could say, of maybe Dark Energon, simply because the entire body is all this translucent purple here. So it's a really good color, really interesting feel to it, especially since, okay, it's got a couple of just metallic shapes right here. This is like a very pearl grayish color of metallic. Are some nubbles and parts you do have to be careful with. I'm not sure, and I wouldn't recommend really painting over him. If you wanted to get into more detail, you could, but because it's a translucent color, for myself, it looks okay. It's not like the best coloration, because look at it, it is all purple. There is some stickers of which I'll apply later and you'll see how it looks. But overall, we'll show you real quick how this transformation works. If you want to transform it into the side weapon, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and retract his legs right here on the bottom. Okay, they go up like this. You're going to pull this part on the back, fully extend it right here, just like that. And then you're going to fold his head, sorry. You're going to fold his head right here. There's his head. Go all the way down like this. Then you're going to bring up the wings, kind of like so. Let's go ahead. Bring the wings forward like that. And then you're going to have these blasters right here, which basically move forward as well. And then these two parts right here are going to peg. You're going to peg these right in like that, and basically this becomes, you could say, a kind of cis type of weapon, an Energon cis. Let me go ahead and bring Megatron out and you all can see how it attaches. Then you have here, there's of course Megatron. There's Megatron, and you can pretty much, it shows on the instruction sheet that it attaches right to his arm, just like so, like this. And you can see it is quite a long weapon if you were to use it. It's got a huge length to it. It's actually a bit heavy, so it will actually weigh down his arm. I don't know if actually he can actually hold it up, for very long. Over time, of course, the joints will be loosened, and then he won't be able to hold them on whatsoever. But it's actually it is not too bad of an attachment, you could say, and I'll probably do another part where you can see from his backpack. Change him into the backpack formation. Quite simple again. All you got to do is pretty much fold in the head down like that, rotate the legs right around just to the front, again, similar to how he was into the cis mode. Go ahead, and here you've got the side feet right here, rotate that up to show the cannon part, and that's pretty much, you're set to go. Basically, this peg from the forehead right here, from the top of the head, goes straight into Megatron's back. It actually extends quite a lot, so I'm kind of like thinking to myself, well, with having this part right here, you can see he basically pegs right here. It does not actually fit completely because of the weight. So if you put it right there, okay, fine. However, I think due to the fact that it's actually really back heavy, it kind of pops out from the side. So you can actually see, there it is right there. It has, you can see from here, there's like a lot of extension from the back. They could have maybe made it a bit shorter, or at least make it a little bit more solid in the back, because you will have a problem eventually where this just droops out. There is another way possibly that they could do it. I did come up with another solution to actually attach a backpack without having, you can see right here, that gap that pretty much pulls it back. What you can do is you can use the other side of the Decepticon Hades, meaning, I'll show you in a moment. Basically, you're going to pull this peg, extend it all the way down, just like this, okay? And instead of using the head where it calls for you to attach, because you can't now attach it, there's a hole in the back, you can use the reverse side, which is this lower peg right here. If you see there's a lower peg, you can just attach it to the bottom, and to be honest, it's actually a lot more stable if you attach it to the bottom. It's actually tighter, and here you can see already it's already fully on the hinge, so it's not going to sway back anymore. And if you look at it from this angle, it doesn't look much different. I mean, if you do the correct way, where it's actually back heavy, it will kind of sway back. But over here, you can see there's not that much difference. His wings only are just a little bit, lower than before. But I for myself, I think this is the best option, simply because it's just too heavy. The Hades is just too heavy to attach if you want him to be on the back. If not, just keep him as a separate accessory, or even in the Sith mode, so that he can be paired up with Megatron later on. Okay, so now as you can see, there are no sticker applications. The models are pretty much bare. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the sticker applications you see right here, and check out and see what the difference is going to be. Here we go. Now the applications have all been applied. All of the stickers stickers have been applied. We'll start with the Hades Decepticon. There you have, there are 3 stickers on the both wings, pretty much, on the right wing and the left wing. That's all pretty much that it has for the application. It's got a little bit of detailing, not a whole lot, but it does every little detail right now because pretty much these figures are kind of bland. Let's do his transformation. So the first thing you want to do is actually, you need to be very careful around the shoulder area because later you are going to be moving the shoulder. And when I mean the shoulder, I mean the shoulder armor right here. As you can see, his spiked shoulder armor is actually only supported by one small thin piece. It's actually quite thin. It doesn't look like it, but it is actually a thin piece of plastic right here with a ball joint at the end. I found when I got this, it was actually incredibly tight. So I would advise you all to try to use some just very short tension to go ahead and begin to loosen it, because if you go and just basically transform it and put pressure right at it, that's liable to snap off. It actually is still kind of tight even after I did some just simple rotation, but I think after a little bit of time it'll be a bit better. This one seems to be a bit looser. This one is still quite tight, because if you do end up twisting it this way, you're going to see that this is liable to break off very easily, and that is, I think, probably an engineering defect. They should have made that. They should have made this particular piece stronger, if not a thicker plastic. And I just think that I really worry for all of you who do finally or do decide to get this kit, you might end up breaking that shoulder piece, and that would really just make everyone's day just go bad. Now, the first thing again you want to do is just go ahead and fold in the hands like so. Okay, hands going like this. All right, you're going to go ahead and bring up the both arms, so he's like in this T position. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and bring out the chest area. So the chest area is going to fold out like this. So you got the flaps of the chest area going to fold out. All right, and the next thing you're going to turn it around, okay, and bring these back armor flaps up like so, and this part now is going to raise up. So now you're going to raise it like in this position so that now you can see the back is actually opened up now. All right. Now, after you do that, okay, what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and combine the two arms. Now, what you want is when you rotate these arms in, basically here, you can see there's that rotation that goes in, okay, and you want the hands to still actually be facing up. So basically, again, this joint here, okay, if you can see this joint, it's going to go in, okay, it's going to go in, and you want these two parts around the upper arm to be showing that these circles are pegged, because later they're going to come down and they're going to peg right into these two parts right here. All right, so basically I'm going to go hold this, and you want to rotate the arm so that the arm is facing in this direction. So you got the gray two holes on the forearm facing it should be facing you like that. The reason why is because you also have two pegs right here. Then let's go ahead and bring these down, okay, so that they go into the peg that was just pointed out. So there's one, okay, and then bring the other one down, okay, like this. So it's going to go ahead and bring down. Okay, so now both of them are down, and go ahead and combine through this little peg you see in the middle. Go ahead and attach these two parts. There you go. Let's see if you can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, and there it is. That should be solid right there for this transformation first, and you're going to put those in just like that. Next, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and do his, basically here you got his legs. This, I think is a similar transformation to the first part. It is because I believe this is probably pretty much the same mold that they used for the first type of Megatron when they had the Megatron from the first Transformers Prime series. I don't actually have that Megatron, so I can't actually compare. But if you all do, you want to go ahead and leave a comment. If you believe the transformation is the same, please do. I'd like to know, because actually I don't have that figure. Go ahead and fold these in on the bottom, okay? And what you're going to do is here, let's go ahead and turn this around just for a better position. You're going to go ahead and turn so, and what you just saw me just a minute ago, I just opened up this edge right here, but you want the legs to be facing in this direction, so you can see that actually the front feet are actually basically facing each other. And then afterwards, you're going to go ahead and pull this out, and this is part from his leg, this area right here. Pull it out, okay, turn it, and then it's going to face this way. So you're going to turn it and face this way. So you have these two parts of the leg armor, okay, facing, and then you have these two facing this way. Afterwards, you're going to go ahead and lift up the whole waist area. It's going to flip over to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and lift and flip it over, okay. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have these two pegs. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Okay, this peg on the end of his leg, or you could say on the shin, it's going to go right here into this part, and that's basically going to just attach gently inside. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Okay, So you want to attach this part, bring this part down, and it's going to attach. Next, you want to go ahead and rotate the front armor. This is the front armor. You want to rotate this one. Okay, actually, just go ahead and pull this, rotate, as I mentioned. You also need to rotate the shoulder armor forward. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate the shoulder armor. That is on a very delicate joint, if you ask me. Rotate it forward, just gently. And remember, prior to doing this, I would really recommend that you just go ahead and just do some rotations like this quickly while holding down that piece, because again, it's liable to over time break if you're not careful, if you don't try to get that ball joint loosened. All right, these black front armor here are going to fold to the front, and we're going to go and fold the front. Oh, I'll show you one more point. Move this up. Okay, this is a little translucent purple right there, goes up like this. And then now you can easily move the back piece armors, just like so, to cover Megatron's head. And then you're going to peg that in right here. Next, you want to pull this, you could say waist part, pull it down, and these two parts are going to extend and come down like so. Here we are. Okay. Afterwards, on that leg armor right here, there's actually a little, you could say, further, you could say claw what's up, or part of the end of the wingtip goes right there. And then finally, the last part is you're going to peg, okay, one more side. It's going to go right here to finish off his wing set. You can actually move these shoulder parts a bit down. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. So because that's going to cover on top, then you're going to go ahead and turn and peg inside. All right. Turn. Oh, let me go ahead and slide that back out. Turn. Okay. Turn. There we go. And peg inside. All right, and then that's it. That's pretty much how he is in his transformation mode, the jet mode or the alien aircraft mode of Megatron. And also you got another part that you can add, which is the Decepticon Hades. If you want actually, to add to him, you remember before we had the backpack mode. So now I can add it onto the back. That's actually another mode. So now you have Decepticon Hades right there on the back. And then the last thing, there's the Gora 2, and then that's going to go onto the back as well. And then here, it's just going to peg onto Hades. And there you have it. It's all completed. Jeez. Wow. You can see right there, Megatron right here in this prime position, you could say. No pun intended, or of course there was a pun. There is his prime position. He is just deadly as ever in his spacecraft, and he's got Decepticon Hades, and he's got the Gora 2 weapon blaster right on him. It's a bit odd, but I can see how this kind of works, this attachment. It's not kind of like your Siege, however, the whole gimmick around it, it looks quite interesting. I mean, I pretty much really believe that the whole Hades is really just all Dark Energon. While we're in transformation mode, let's do a quick comparison between the Hades Megatron and this third-party company, APC Toys, their version of the Dark Megatron from Transformers Prime. You can take a look as far as the detailing goes. You got a lot more chrome plating right here with the Hades Megatron. Here, this is pretty much all silver metallic. An excellent paint job they did with that third-party company. Not to mention that you have here his blaster right there actually does have an LED. This, however, of course, okay, with working with Hasbro and the 10th anniversary version, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. You get a couple perks. Actually, to be honest, I roughly paid about the same price for both of these, was roughly coming almost to about $40 US. In any case, I know a lot of people would actually much prefer the APC Toys, mainly because of the size comparison and the detailing it has, but I do believe this 10th anniversary version is actually quite special and unique, especially since it comes with those two components, the Hades and the Gora 2. So I think, in any case, if you are a fan of these types of Megatrons, you will probably want to collect both. So we have them back now transformed into their bot mode, and immediately you can see the APC version of Megatron is larger, is bulkier than the Hades Megatron, but again, the scaling size was completely different because of the third-party manufacturer's choice of line. And you can see already the Hasbro version here for the 10th anniversary, really, really incredibly, okay, glossy, shiny. That chrome, it just really shines out bright. It would have been better if, of course, it made the facial sculpt with maybe a bit more menacing eyes. However, I do believe later on, if you try to add an LED in there, it could possibly actually light up, which would also be pretty cool. But if you look at the APC version, you can already see they put a good detailing of the eye set and the jaws to make it more cartoon accurate and more menacing. Another size comparison, I went ahead and just put in the Siege Megatron from the Netflix series War for Cybertron. You can still see the APC Toys towers over both of them, and the actual Siege version of Megatron here is still actually a bit taller, just a bit taller than the Hades version of Megatron. But we all know already, in terms of just brightly shininess, who's going to win this one? That's for sure going to be this guy right over here. It's just incredibly shiny. Even though I look at it right now, it sparkles in my eyes. Just do one back shot of all three of these. There you can see there's a Siege version of Megatron. Here's the Hades version of Megatron with the Hades Decepticon on the backpack. And of course we got the ABC Toys Megatron, and he's starting his nice Dark Energon Saber on the back that is also attachable and detachable. These two were ever in a real death match. Who would probably win, do you think, between the Hasbro Hades version 10th anniversary or the ABC Toys Dark Megatron? You will probably actually look and probably think for sure the ABC Toys Dark Megatron would definitely win hands down, because he's just got a bit more detailing, a bit more bulk, cooler weapons, let's say. But did you know that there's actually one more thing that Hasbro has done to their version that basically makes it a little bit more trickier to compare who's gonna win? We're gonna check it out in just a moment.
I've got the power!
Bam! There it is! Whoa! Wait, whoa!
I've got the power!
Oh! Hey, you're probably wondering what happened. That's right, Hasbro has done it again. I didn't actually think it was actually going to be part of this figure, but now it looks like from the Transformer Prime series Megatron, you can actually use the Netflix, you could say the War in Cybertron, the Siege, Earthrise, whatever. Their weapons are compatible as long as you find the pegs on the side, and he's got a lot of pegs to open up to put in. You can weaponize, customize, just obliterate any opponent now with your bot. Look at that. All of the weapons you saw previously what I put on Nemesis Prime in the review are now added on, and then some. I've actually added on Megatron Siege weapons, and I've also added a couple more, and it's just obliteration. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world is he able to stand up and hold everything and not fall over like some clumsy bot? Well, let's turn around and take a look. Have a look at this. That's right, I actually combined both the Decepticon Grunt and the Centurion Drone to give him some stability. Pretty much this idea came from one of my Gundam models, which was the, I believe, from the Wing series, the Gundam Eagle, I forgot to pronounce the name. You can see a photo right over here. And you can see on the side, I've also added in the trailer part to Nemesis Prime for extra additional repairs in case he just basically starts to be losing in the fight, which probably will never happen because he's just too awesome right now and he's overloaded. You can say this has now become the Megatron God Mode! And obviously we see ABC Megatron right here, probably bowing down and probably thinking, just like in the movie Blade at the end, huh? That's right. What's gonna happen next, folks? Hey everyone, thanks for watching our review. I hope you all like it. I can say for all honesty, I was quite surprised about this 10th anniversary edition. I was actually kind of thinking it would be kind of similar to maybe a recast or a total remold of the old Transformer Prime toys. It sort of is, however, I think the added in fact really is the fact that you have those additional weapons that come with Megatron, like the Hades, like the Garo 2, and of course the fact that he has additional plague slots right now that can, again, like I showed you, can be cross-compatible with the Earthrise and the Siege Transformers weapons and also parts. This is really impressive, simply because the fact they're crossing over the molds or designs now, because I guess the whole Earthrise Netflix series just came out, bam, and everyone's been liking those figures because they're so customizable. This is something that is a definite plus that Hasbro has done. You know, there's always plus and minuses, but this is definitely going to be a plus. Overall, I think that if you are a fan of the Transformers Prime series, this is definitely going to be another piece to add to your collection, which is of course an exclusive, and it's really fun actually to do what you just saw I did. Again, customizing. And if you don't have either of these Megatrons, like the ABC Toys or this one, either one will do pretty much. Both have its definitely positive and of course a bit of negative qualities to them. However, if you don't like the Transformer Prime series, okay, completely fine. You just give it a pass, not a problem. But from what you can see from the video, I think a lot of you are probably going to like some customizing if you're into that huge fun factor, right? Fun factor. Now be mindful again about the shoulder areas if you do get this. Once you open it and you are going to change them into the alien spacecraft mode, be mindful of the shoulders. Try to gently rotate them before, because I can foresee that they're gonna snap off because they are just way too tight. And at the same point, if you do want to apply the stickers, that's strictly up to you. I wanted to give you guys a comparison to show what the stickers look like off and on. To be honest, it does look a little bit bland if you don't have the stickers. However, if you put them on, be a bit careful because they're not actually matched to shape each piece. You might have to do a little bit of trimming here or there. I didn't do any trimming. I just actually, as you can see, I didn't do a great job. I just, just fold that, buddy. Fold that. Don't waste your time. Just stick it on. In any case, again, I hope you all liked it, and please let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the video and give me a like and thumbs up if you want to see more of this kind of content. By the way, up next we have another 10th anniversary, and you know probably what that is. Maybe you've already seen some of it before, but it'll be coming right after this. So I will all see you guys on the next video.